Picture this, you've decided to learn something new. You're excited, really excited. You sign up for a course, buy all the materials, and start practicing. But a week in, you're starting to wonder, am I even getting better at this? The excitement fades, and the fear sets in. What if I never get good at this? If this sounds familiar, don't worry. You're not alone. In fact, 70% of people abandon their learning goals before they ever master anything. And that's because, let me ask you this, how many times have you heard someone say, I can't learn this, it's too hard? I know I've said it a few times. Okay, maybe more than a few times. But here's the secret, that doesn't have to be you. What if I told you that in just 30 days, you could become proficient in any skill you set your mind to? Sounds crazy, right? You've probably heard of the 10,000-hour rule, but I'm here to tell you there's a much more effective, and, dare I say, quicker, way to master some things. Stay with me, because in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to walk you through a proven step-by-step process that will take you from a beginner to feeling confident in your new skill in just 30 days. Yes, 30 days. And we'll also uncover the mistakes most people make that slow them down, so you don't make the same missteps. But first, let's take a step back and get clear on how we even got here. Let's break this down into 3 simple acts. Yes, it's like a movie, but with fewer explosions, and way more learning. In Act 1, you're excited, you're motivated, but you also feel overwhelmed. I mean, who hasn't signed up for a course and felt like they were drowning in information? Here's the thing, learning any new skill is like learning to ride a bike. At first, it's all wobbly. But soon enough, you find your balance. So, the first step to mastering a skill is to establish a clear, specific goal. And I mean specific. Instead of saying, I want to get better at this, say, I want to do this by X date. You need to have something tangible, something that pushes you toward progress. So, here's your challenge. What's your goal right now? Write it down. Don't just think it. Write it. You can't hit a target you can't see. And if you're thinking, I'll just imagine it and hope for the best, well, good luck. Let me know how that goes. I'm sure the universe will just send you a skill upgrade in the mail, soon. Now that we've got clarity, let's move to Act 2, the plan. We've established a goal, now we need a solid strategy. You can't just wing it. If you tried that, we all know what would happen, nothing. Here's where you create your learning schedule. Yes, you have to treat this like a job, even if it's only for 30 days. No, you don't need to dedicate 8 hours a day to learning, unless you're a wizard, and in that case, I want your secret. But seriously, 30 to 60 minutes a day is plenty if you're consistent. The key is repetition, not intensity. And, no, watching YouTube tutorials in the background while you scroll through Instagram doesn't count as learning. Unless you're learning how to procrastinate like a pro. On that note, create a routine. It's the only way you'll build muscle memory. Your brain needs routine to adapt to the new skill. Once you've set your schedule, embrace the 80-20th rule. Focus on the most important aspects of the skill. This isn't about covering everything. This is about mastering the key 20% that will give you 80% of the results. Think about it. You wouldn't learn a language by memorizing random words. You'd focus on the most common ones that will help you communicate, right? Same with any skill. Identify what truly moves the needle forward. And just like in any great movie, there's a twist. It's not all smooth sailing from here. In Act 3, you hit a roadblock. That's where most people quit. But you're not like most people. Now, let's talk about the dreaded moment that strikes fear into every learner's heart, the plateau. You've been working hard, but progress seems to stall. It's like running a race and suddenly realizing you're running in circles. Frustrating, right? Here's the trick, don't panic. Everybody hits that point. The key to pushing through is tracking your progress and reflecting. Look back at what you've achieved, celebrate your wins, and identify where things are slipping. Sometimes, all you need is a minor tweak, a new approach, and the feedback, is critical. Whether from a mentor, a peer, or even a self-assessment tool. Get that feedback and adjust your methods. And then comes the final piece, patience and perseverance. Mastery is a marathon, not a sprint. But hey, you're in it for the long run, right? You've got 30 days. Now, I'm sure by now you're itching to get started, right? And you're probably thinking, alright, I've got this. I'm going to master my skill. But, before you dive in, there's one crucial thing that most people overlook: the 5 common mistakes that could sabotage your efforts. And trust me, you don't want to make them. Curious? Well, I've got another video for you where I break down these 5 mistakes and how to avoid them. Until then, go ahead, start mastering that skill of yours. The clock is ticking.